How often do I do my manifesting routine? How do I answer my questions? And can I really get my specific person? Those are the top 3 questions I get every single day. So let's answer the top question every single day that I get. Can I actually manifest my specific person into my reality? Yes. Simple. Absolutely, positively, yes. This is Susie, your beautiful swan queen. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful ducklings. Subscribe, smash the like button, share my videos, and I'll love you forever. Yes, you can get anybody you want. You can get Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You could get Prince Harry. You can get the guy down the street, the barista at Starbucks. You can get any woman you want. Absolutely, positively, 100%. Even if you've never formally met them, you can get that person you want. Absolutely, 100%. I guarantee it. You have to do the work, though. If you don't do the work, you're not going to get them. So if you are doing the work, I guarantee you can get them. The number 2 question I get: how often do I have to do my manifesting routine? In the beginning, you're going to need to do it a lot. And I mean a lot. So the first day you do it, you can do it 86,400 seconds a day. The second day, you still may need to do it 86,400 seconds a day. The reason you are doing it a lot is because you are retraining your brain. And you can't just go once and done. You are going to have to pick a routine. So if it is a gratitude routine, if it is scripting, is it my routine of change your story, ask better questions, praise, if it is any other technique, do it for 90 days. Pick one technique and do it for 90 days. You are retraining your brain, so it is going to take a lot at first. And I mean a lot. The first day, you're going to feel like you're blue in the face saying your routines over and over again. The second day, you're going to be the same way. The third day, you may only say it 2 or 3 times because you have a chaotic day, you're busy, you are at a party, you've got a family function, you're on vacation, something, and you're not thinking about it. You get back on the 4th day, you might say it 1 billion times. The 5th day, you may only say it 1,000,000 times. The more you say it, you are sinking it into your brain. And you need to bypass your conscious mind and get it into your subconscious mind. So I have been asking, why am I spoiled for almost 900 days? That's a lot. Joel Osteen has been asking and saying that people tune into his channel and they can't turn him off for 20 years. So that right there tells you we never stop whenever we're trying to manifest something. Absolutely, positively, never stop. We persist daily. When you stop persisting, that's when that old story can still come back and bite you in the butt. So if you are manifesting money, you need to talk about the fact that you always make more than you spend, that you always have money in your bank account, that you have a certain dollar amount as your 0 point in your bank account. So if that dollar amount is $500, $1,000, if it's $100, it doesn't matter. Pick your number. Rich people, they have a bigger number. But if you're not comfortable with saying that my bank balance is always $1 million, start with a number that you feel is doable, because that giant leap may be a little out of your comfort zone, and you want to be in your comfort zone a little bit with money. So if you are in a negative bank balance, you need to start saying, I always have a positive bank balance. Why do I always have a positive bank balance? Isn't it wonderful? My bank balance is always positive. How did my bank account instantly become positive and I maintain it my entire healthy long life? Just by asking this question. You've got to find ways to persist and keep persisting in everything you do. Your specific person, when you are getting them back or you are creating it from scratch with a new love, it's going to start out in the beginning where you just are literally walking around saying, why am I in an amazing relationship with this person? How did I suddenly get an amazing boyfriend just by asking this question? You're going to do it a lot. You're going to do it until you physically get with that person. That means every day. If you want to set a timer and you want to do it once an hour, every 10 minutes, if you want to do it 3 times a day, when you get up in the morning, when you come home from work, when you go to bed at night, that's fine. You can literally set a schedule and do it on a schedule. You can do it only when you think about it. If you're listening to subliminals, play them all day long if you can. If you're still in quarantine, if you're still on sabbatical from work, if you're on vacation, you can put earbuds in. You can turn the volume off, plug your phone in, and let it play all day long. Do it, because the more you saturate your brain with whatever you are creating, it's going to show up in your reality. Once and done is for the experts. And even experts sometimes need to persist in the assumption until it hardens into fact. Because if we stop all of a sudden saying we're spoiled, we're not going to be spoiled anymore because we're no longer focused on it. So then all of a sudden we might get up one day and go, I haven't been spoiled for the last few days, or it's been a week and I haven't been spoiled. I wonder why. It's because you stopped doing your routine. When you get with your specific person, your question isn't going to change. You're going to have to persist your entire long, healthy life that you are married to this person or living with this person. Because as soon as you stop talking about how you have an amazing relationship, how happy you are in this relationship, you are going to default back to why you broke up. Because they're going to do something that upsets you. They're going to start leaving their laundry on the floor. They're not going to put the toilet seat down. They're going to be leaving 20 glasses on the coffee table that needs to be cleaned up. Guys and gals. Because I know guys who are neat freaks and they're the ones who's always picking up the house and the girl loves it because she doesn't have to be the housekeeper. I know women who want to be the housekeeper because it makes them feel important, so their guy is deliberately messy. It doesn't matter how often I do it. What I teach you is to persist until you actually physically get it. And the more you do it, the faster you're going to get it, because you need to reprogram your subconscious mind into this reality. But when you are reprogramming your subconscious mind, remember that your questions, your affirmations, your gratitude, your scripting, however you manifest, it's not like automatic breathing. You're not going to forget how to breathe because your subconscious is programmed to do that by the universe or God naturally. What it's not programmed to do is retain whatever you want to create on automatic pilot 86,400 seconds a day, like breathing is. You have to constantly tell your brain what you want it to do. Feel statements are great for that, as well as questions and repeated things that you want to put into the subconscious. But honestly, you're never going to stop. So do it as often as you want, as frequent as you want, and as repetitious as you want. I literally Do not change my questions. I ask the same question over and over again. I've turned into Smurfette. I am blue in the face, and I still keep asking the same questions over and over. I do not change them. Different questions for different manifestations, but I do the exact same thing every single time. I want to be spoiled. I want extra money. I want to be on a date with the love of my life. I am going to ask the same questions that I've been asking for years. How do you answer your questions? This one annoys me because I tell you guys in the videos all the time how to answer the question. But I get that some of you don't get it. Why questions you do not answer. How questions you put the answer in the question. So a why question, why am I spoiled? Why am I happily spoiled? Why do I have an amazing life? Why am I happily living my dream life? Why am I happily married to Jared? Those questions you let the universe answer. Even why do I always make more than I spend? Why do I make $3,000 a month? Why do I always have $1,900 in my bank account? That I don't answer. And my clients who have success don't answer those questions. They just persist that the question is simple and they have it now. How questions, you put the answer in the statement. So how did I, how was it? So how did I suddenly become happily married to Jared just by answering this question? That's it. You put a just by at the end of your question and you put your answer there. You can answer them as you. You can answer them as your specific person. I don't do either. I put a silly reason. And the reason I put a silly reason is if you don't believe the answer to your question. So how did I suddenly become happily married to Jared just by saying I believe it? Well, if I don't believe it, it's not going to happen. How did I suddenly become happily married to Jared just by asking this silly question? Now I believe it because I'm asking a silly question. So it's bypassing my conscious and sinking into my subconscious mind. So I don't answer the questions from my standpoint or somebody else's standpoint. I answer them for a silly reason. I also do why questions. Why did I suddenly become happily married to Jared just by asking this silly question? I can do it in a how or a why. It does not really matter as long as I am continuing to answer the question, ask the question. Ask it repeatedly. I cannot tell you guys how many times you have to repeatedly ask the questions until you get them. Affirmations, thank yous, you're saying them a million times a day in your head anyways. So just focus forward on how you want your life to be. So if you want to always get great parking spots, you are going to pull into the store and you're naturally going to think, I get a great parking spot. You're still saying it 5 years after you created the first time you got a great parking spot. If you are getting free coffee and you stop saying, I get free coffee, and all of a sudden you notice that you haven't had free coffee in a couple of months, it's because you didn't focus on it anymore. What you focus on is what truly grows in your reality. So if you're focusing on thriving versus struggle, happy versus sad, frustrated, angry, it's working versus it's not working. And that is a big key. You have to persist and you have to assume it works. If you don't know why it works, don't ask why it works. Just say it works. Why does it easily work? Why does it easily work? Why am I so happy that this easily works out for me? And I get everything I ever wanted and then some. When my kids were growing up, I used to give them affirmations. My girls, I told them that they would always be thin and they could eat whatever they want. Words do matter. It should be the perfect weight for your body. It really should be the perfect weight for your body. So if you have a child and you are trying to make sure that they never have any weight issues, you're always the perfect weight for your body. You will always be the perfect weight for your body. If you are and wanting them to be financially successful, money comes easily to you. You will always have money. You will always be wealthy. You will always be healthy. There is a story about a woman who had a little girl, and that little girl was very sick when she was born, went through a lot of medical problems. The doctor said she wouldn't live very long. The mother, every night she put that child to bed, told her that she was big and strong and healthy. 25 years later, she was still doing it when she would tell her daughter good night. And her daughter finally said, "Mom, I'm tall enough, I'm healthy, I think you can stop saying it." Her mother never did, because that's what she was focusing on. Her daughter was healthy, strong, and big. Because she was sick, mom programmed it. And that's what you're doing repeatedly whenever you use any of the tools, techniques, and tips. The more you do it, the more you persist, the more you are bypassing your conscious mind and sinking it into your subconscious mind, because once it comes into your subconscious mind, it will naturally happen. Some manifestations are instant, like a free cup of coffee. I get them really fast. Actually, this morning I got iced tea. Other manifestations, like a specific person, typically my clients take 3 to 6 months to be able to get their desired end with a specific person. The ones that are still with them continue to persist, that they have this amazing, wonderful, happy, blissful relationship, and they constantly talk about how awesome it is in order to stay that way. You guys have an absolutely positively amazing day. I love you. Again, subscribe, smash the like button, share my videos, and as always, tell me how what I'm sharing with you is drastically changing your life for the better.